Hey, what's up? My name is Samuel Leeds. In this video, I want to talk about capital gains tax and how the government are increasing property tax when you are selling your home. Now, I think that they are lying, basically, about what's going to happen, about why it's going to happen, about the effect of what that's going to be. And in this video, I'm going to talk about my opinion. Okay, this is not tax advice. This is my opinion about property tax, capital gain tax, and how the government and the media are controlling the narrative and are trying to manufacture something from this. So this is my opinion, that's my disclaimer. Speak to an accountant about how this might affect you if you're a property investor. Here's how I think it's going to affect me. I think it's going to affect me very, 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 very little. Okay? And the newspaper headlines, it's like capital gains tax for property investors could double. Could double. And then everyone's thinking, taxes are going to double for property investors. Oh no. But here's the thing, right? Firstly, let me talk about capital gains tax. Capital gains tax is when you buy a house and then the property gains in value and then you sell the house. That profit that you made, the tax that you pay is called capital gains tax. And we don't know the details, but I think they're saying January time, they're going to be announcing it, but January they're going to be announcing what the new changes are, but they're predicting that capital gains tax could double. Everyone's freaking out. The newspapers are freaking out. My property YouTube friends are all freaking out saying the same thing. My thoughts are this. Firstly, if you're buying a property in a company, like I do, with the intention to, let's say, you buy a piece of land in a company, you build, and then you sell those houses, you don't pay capital gains tax, you pay income tax. So if capital gains tax goes up, it doesn't matter. If you buy a house and then the value goes up, you don't sell it anyway. You refinance it. So this capital gains tax thing really, in my opinion, is only really going to affect amateur landlords who don't really know what they're doing, that buy a house, maybe they have a couple houses, and then after a few years, they're like, oh, I've made some equity, and then they sell. They pay capital gains tax. If you're doing the buy, refurbish, refinance strategy, guess what? You pay zero capital gains tax because you don't pay tax on debt. So when the value of a property goes up, you're refinancing it. Now you might sell it if you're buying it to sell it, but if you buy to sell, limited company, you don't pay capital gains tax anyway. So nearly all of the strategies that I'm teaching, rent to rent, lease option agreements, deal packaging, buying land to sell it, buy, refurbish, refinance, buying a property, turning it into a HMO, renting it out, like all of these strategies, capital gains tax doesn't really come into it. So I'm not worried at all about this. Also, the people that make the rules are the same people that make money in property. So whenever they do this, they did this with Section 24. They brought in Section 24, which was a massive tax pain in the bum for landlords. Everyone was freaking out. But then they said, but not for the big boys, not for the people that are buying in a company. If you buy through a company, it doesn't apply. This is for the amateurs. Now, yeah, for sure, I'm sure the government are going to increase taxes. I'm sure because they've given out loads of loans and furlough. I'm sure they want to recoup some of that money. But the people that are going to get hit by this probably aren't going to be the smart, wealthy, successful people because they're the people that make the rules up anyway. I don't think this will affect property developers hardly at all. I think that this is going to affect the amateurs, I'm an accidental landlord, I'm selling to release some funds, those people are going to be affected. That's generally the case. So I'm not personally worried. Whenever there's a rule change over here for bad, there's a rule change over here for good. Now question, why are people going crazy about this? They're going crazy about this because the media are talking about it a lot. And because the media are talking about it a lot, everyone on YouTube's talking about it, everyone's talking about it, but this is my theory. Now catch this, okay? This is my theory. I think that they are deliberately scaremongering. And the reason they're doing that is because everyone's thinking, oh my goodness, capital gains tax is going to double January next year. So everyone now is wanting to sell their house. If they've got properties, they're saying, let's sell it quickly before the capital gains tax comes in next year, if it does. Okay? So The reason they're doing that, I think, is because they're it's all part of this trying to boost the property economy. It's trying to lift up house prices and stuff. Like, they brought in the stamp duty holiday and these different things to incentivize buyers. If you're in the property market, you'll know this is the case. This is not my opinion right now. This is fact, because I know the property market well. Okay, I've been doing a lot of property deals recently. My students have been doing a lot of property deals recently. And if you're doing property deals, you'll know this is the case. Are there at the moment more buyers or more sellers? And the answer is there are more buyers. People are queuing up to buy properties. There's not enough properties. There's not enough properties at the moment. So I think what they're trying to do in this narrative is they're trying to get more properties for sale. They're trying to get more properties for sale. The media are doing this like crazy. So they're saying, sell your house, sell your house, sell your house. It's a great time to sell. Capital gains tax is going to double. Sell it now, quickly. And then at the same time, they're saying, buy a house now, buy a house now. Stamp duty holiday. Stamp duty holiday. Buy now, buy now, buy now. They're locked everything down, but they've not locked down the property market. Because I think what they're trying to do is they're just trying to encourage transactions. Why do the government care about transactions happening right now within the property market? Well, it's because they need money. Because they've given all this furlough money and they're trying to recoup it. And they know that if houses are selling now fast, if there's lots of houses selling, they're going to get paid as a result of that. You might think, how do they get paid? I mean, come on. They get paid every time a house sells. They don't just get paid once. When you buy a house, you have to pay stamp duty tax. So every time someone buys a house, that person's having to pay tax just for buying the house. And then the seller's having to pay tax as well. So that one transaction, the seller's paying tax, the buyer's paying tax, everyone's paying tax. What are the government doing? Well, nothing. They're just encouraging transactions to happen so that they can get more tax. Tax, tax, tax. So when you can see what they're doing and why it's happening, you don't have to freak out. Don't freak out, just get educated. That's my advice. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you've got questions, by the way, I will do a follow-up video about this. Tax questions, about the implications of this. What is capital gains tax exactly? Anything tax related, comment below. And I'll do another video at some point. And I'll try my best to help. Comment below, subscribe, smash the like button. I'll see you tomorrow.